The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
For Tampa Bay.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good... Good one, cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Prescott from the gun. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. More muscle up front for this second and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Tom Brady.
Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. To try again after the sack. Brady, incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on. 3rd down here. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky. And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Ryan Suckup on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3. Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions. And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it, does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you do
your foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And McCoy is going to be stopped up short. He didn't get it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Jones, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He was brought down by
Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He completes it to Evans.
Brady's pass.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
It's now
I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And Suckup missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and Prescott his third interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Check 26, Chauncey.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it.
A 35-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then we'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Recovered by Dallas.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. Shedding defenders at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup, 28 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Cowboys 14. Buccaneers 13.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First down Tampa as Brady hooks up with Howard. Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
Complete.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A gain of 7.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 39 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And he is not going to make it to the goal line, so the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. To throw is Prescott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. First down, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete.
Prescott.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Cooper. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys 14.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Again, it's Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Again, the ball carrier.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They get this out left, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Brady now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
At the 40.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's taken down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. The give is to Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try again with Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's McCoy. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
A 3-yard loss.
Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. We'll take the field goal right here.
Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire, but in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it was just not meant to be.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by